Today you're going to design a bridge in West Point Bridge Designer, and the first thing you're going to do is go to your desktop and you're going to look for this icon here, which is, it says Bridge Designer 2016 second edition. So when you find that on your desktop, double click on it, and this is going to open your program that you're going to use. And when it first opens up, it's going to come up with design tip of the day, and you can just close it out. So here it's going to ask you if you want to load a sample bridge or create a new bridge. We're going to create a new bridge, or this will come in later once you have been creating a bridge, and you can load an existing file. And so as you're working, once you've saved this into your folder on the D drive, then you can load an existing file when you open it up. But right now we're going to create a new bridge and then click OK. So what this is, these are design requirements. And so this is saying, as a civil engineer working for the State Department of Transportation, you are responsible for designing a truss bridge to carry a 2-lane highway across this river valley. Your objectives are to ensure that the bridge can carry its own weight, which kind of is important, to include the weight of the reinforced concrete deck plus the weight of a standard truck loading. And then 2, to keep the cost of the project as low as possible. For the complete design specifications, click the help button below. And so they give you some design tips here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click next, and then enter local contest information. No, we're not participating, so just leave that as no, and then click next. So here's where we start putting in some design criteria, and I'm giving you this design criteria, and this information would probably end up being in Google Classroom. So for that, what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you some information, because this is where we're going to get the information to put in, like deck elevation, the support configuration. So for example, here we're going to build a bridge that costs less than $330,000 that has the following. So deck elevation 24 meters. Let's go back here. All right, 24 meters is default. I'm not going to change anything. It has arch abutments, so let's go back here. I need to change this. It's got to have arch abutments, but I need to know the size. So I'm going to go back here. It says height of arch 4 meters. So let's go back 4 meters. Okay, I don't have to change that. Arch abutment 4 meters. Next is no pier. So let's go over here. All right, no pier. I don't have to change anything. Go back to my criteria. No cable anchorages. Here, no cable anchorages. And then medium strength concrete. So let's see where that is. All right, I probably have to go to the next page. Let's click next. And here's my deck material. Okay, select deck material. So let's say, all right, medium strength concrete. All right, medium strength concrete. Let's say what it says for loading. Loading is standard 225. That's kilonewton. Okay, truck 2 lanes, standard. Okay, 2 lanes. I don't have to change that. And then it says your choice of truss template. So let's go ahead and click next. And what that means is you have a choice to pick different templates. So if you click down here, you'll see you've got different templates that are going to help you draw out your bridge. You need to pick one of these. So let's say, for example, I choose, let's do the continuous arch Warren. I kind of like that one. So let's choose that one, click next. You can put your name if you want. All right, I'm just going to put my name here. Whoops, let's fix that. PSON. All right, and then let's see what other criteria. All right, it says your choice of steel. We're not quite there yet, so I'll show you what that means. Okay, project ID, don't worry about. Let's click next. It says click the finish button to activate the drawing board, draw the joints, draw the members, run load tests, strengthen members, and I'm going to show you how to do all that. Click finish. Okay, Now we're going to draw it, and I'm going to show you, because this is just a template. This is not the bridge yet, okay? This is just the template. So these are your joints. So let's come down in here, and where there's a circle, I'm going to put a joint. These, you don't draw anything here, okay? These darker circles, even if you click, nothing happens. So these are the circles where you want to click and put a joint, okay? So all you're going to do is you're going to click and then put a joint where your template says to put a joint, okay? Now, click here. These are your members. Now, as I start drawing the members, look and see what happens over here. I start populating the right-hand side, and it's going to create a table for me, okay? So, and you can also do a shortcut. I'll show you, for example, you can hold left click down and go all the way over, and it'll just put all the different members here. But this is an arch, so I'm going to do each one separately to make sure that you get all of them. If you don't, you'll get an error message when you go to load test, and then it won't let you load test. And if you do, just let me know, and what I'll do is I'll check your bridge and make sure. Or sometimes if you put a member somewhere that didn't actually have a line there for your template, and you added an extra member, then it kind of has an issue with that, and so then it'll come up with an error message, and then you're not able to load test, okay? So here we go. We got all my members. We got all the joints. Here's the fun part. Once you have everything, choice of steel, I'm sorry. Up here, before you start drawing anything, you have your choice of steel: carbon steel, high strength, low alloy, quenched and tempered steel. Now, I would suggest that you start with carbon steel, okay? So start with carbon steel because that's the cheapest. Most of these bridges, you're probably just going to want to do carbon steel. Anything higher than that, it's going to be really expensive. Here's your price for the bridge right now. Remember, we're staying under 330,000, so right now it looks pretty good, but we haven't load tested. Remember, this bridge has to be able to support itself and the load, so we may have to make larger members and make this bridge a lot bigger. So load test, okay, that's this button right here. Run the load test animation. Okay, gonna run the load test. Here we go. Let's see. Nope. All right, we got a failure. So we click on this button here, show the drawing board. Now, these reds mean that we failed. These members failed. So I'm going to click right here where it says compression force strength. When I click there, what it does is it puts all my numbers in order. Anything above a 1 means that it failed. So now I'm going to highlight all of these, and I'm going to make them bigger. I'm going to go up to 150, and then I'm going to load test again. See if that made it any better. I'm probably still going to have some failures. Yep. All right, go back. Remember, this is an iteration process. So let's make these a little bit bigger. All right, bigger. Let's run load test. See how my price is getting a little bit more? Okay, run load test. All right, nope, still got one. Let's go back. All right, these two, make them bigger to 170. Run your load test. This might do it. Yep, he made it all the way. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, let's go back. One more, 1 bar. All right, and that was a 150. Let's go to 160. Run our load test. Let's see if he made it. Hot dog, he made it over. All right, so now we're under 330,000. Everything's good, but let's say that you didn't and you still needed to take out money somewhere. So last thing we're going to do, let's click and look at numbers over here. I'm just clicking to put numbers, and I'm looking at anything that is less than 0.5 in both categories, okay? So I'm coming down, and right here is my cutoff, all right? Less than 0.5, and I'm making it a hollow tube. Watch. look, my price has dropped down to $221. Load test. Now I'm going to have some failures, so all I'm going to do is iterate this process just